Welcome to Flash Highlights of Stage 3 of this year's 37th Giro d'Italia Women. From Bibbione to Buia, riding out of Veneto, riding northward, away from the coast, away from the beautiful Italian beaches, in the direction of Buia in Friuli Venezia Giulia. And one rider who's won 2 stages now in the Maglia Rosa, Elisa Balsamo. There they were as they rode out once again in glorious Italian sunshine, away from the beach, into the hills, into the foothills of the Prealps. A lumpier stage, definitely. How would Elisa Balsamo fare? Certainly she was delighting the Italian fans and sprinting so well. First attack actually came from the wearer of the Queen of the Mountains jersey, the Maglia Azzurra, Eleonora Labella. But a group of 5 would go clear and get to the first intermediate sprint point for the Maglia Rosa in the lead. It was Cristina Tonetti taking the 6-second bonus there. They were joined shortly afterwards by Barbara Guarischi, normally a lead-out rider for Lorena Vibis, of course. So 6 riders out front, including Alison Jackson, Eleonora Diotto, Nienke Wieneven of Visma Lease Bike, Marta Pavesi joining them too. There were a couple of crashes on this stage. Still in those nervous moments of this massive Grand Tour, the riders, so many, desperate to make their mark. Then we came to the 4th category Queen of the Mountains sprint, where it was Alison Jackson, the Canadian champion, former Paris-Roubaix winner of course, taking the 3 points ahead of Marta Pavesi and Cristina Tonetti, and those 3 persisted. The other 3 were caught eventually by a speeding peloton, but it was a speeding peloton intent on stirring things up. Jackson, Pavesi and Tonetti were working well together and hanging on to about 50 seconds of lead out front. Jackson had obviously targeted this stage and was looking really good too. The chase behind, of course, being led by Lidl-Trek, the team of Elisa Balsamo. Well, these 3 survived to the passage of the finish line in Buia, watched on by Jonathan Milan, fresh from his final stage win in the men's Giro d'Italia just yesterday, of course, in Roma. Well, the gap was coming down. Lidl-Trek had done some good pacing. There was a nasty crash as well for Talita de Jong and others involved in that one too, including Chiara Consoni and Lucinda Brand. Now, as they were caught, the front of the peloton was fascinating. Movistar leading the chase. Then SD Works Pro Time getting involved too, because we were coming into the 3rd category climb that had a 16% section in it, a really nasty sting in the tail with just 22k to go. And look who it teased out. Demi Vollering, the European road race champion, attacking, taking with her Elisa Longo Borghini, 2-time winner of this race on general classification too, of course, Marlen Reusser and Anna van der Breggen, the 4-time winner. And look what it had done to the Maglia Rosa as well. Elisa Balsamo distanced but battling behind to try and stay in touch with the race. Seemingly the 4 best climbers, the 4 biggest general classification threats, going clear on the MONTENARS climb. Look at Elisa Balsamo as well, in the Maglia Rosa, over the bars, desperately trying to get back in touch, and the race would start to come back together. But what a hit out we'd seen from 4 of the biggest names in the race as well. MONTENARS had done its damage, but now we were focused with 10k to go on the run into the finish. Yes, some of the riders had been distanced, but all the players we expected to be there were there as they came back into Buia. A late attack as well from Sigrid Hawkset for Uno X Mobility. And the chase wasn't too obvious either. It was a great ride by the Uno X rider. Not looking back too often either, just settling down and getting onto it. And she came into the final kilometre with what could well have been a winning lead. Chase behind was being led again by Movistar, who were really on it today. And she led into the final few hundred metres as well. It was a great ride by Hawkset. Could she hang on? Well, she'd have to hang on in front of this. The Maglia Rosa herself moving up the outside of the barriers. Late attack there as well from Lily Williams. Lily Williams, the American for human-powered health. But look at the coming over the top of her. Elisa Balsamo bursting forward after the last rise to the line and taking the win in Buia. And in doing so, becoming the first Italian rider in the Giro d'Italia women to win 3 stages in a row. She is in incredible form. And of course, with that 10-second bonus, she extends her lead in the Maglia Rosa. She is in sparkling form in this race. And the Tifosi are loving it. There was a stage classification and the general classification. Lots of riders moving up today, but one rider still on top. She is, of course, the points leader as the most consistent finisher too. What a start to this year's Giro d'Italia women for Elisa Balsamo. Anna van der Breggen is the new leader in the Queen of the Mountains classification for the Maglia Azzurra. Celia Géry is back in the Best Young Riders classification too. Join us tomorrow for the time trial.
Elisa, congratulations. It has been harder than yesterday, but at the end you all still in pink, and that's the point.
Yes, today was such an hard day in the final. I still need to recover. But yes, once again, my team did an amazing job. They were pulling the whole day to close on the breakaway, and then, yes, in the final, also Nif and Bella, that are our GC leader, they were helping me. It was amazing. And then, yes, I knew this sprint because I did the recon, so I was ready. But I'm also a bit surprised, and I'm super happy.
We have seen your pain, your sufferings, especially at the start of the last climb. What there was in your mind? What give you the energy to keep going and then finish like that?
Yes, my big goal of today was trying to keep the pink jersey. And so I was fighting, I gave it all. But yes, this climb was so hard for me. But then, yes, I still knew that it was a long way till the end. So I really tried to fight to stay not alone, but with a small group. And then we came back, and was everything perfect.
We have seen today different attacks from other teams. Looking at tomorrow, TT, everyone wants to go for the pink to change the GC. So what's the point to keep that jersey maybe?
Yes, sorry, I'm laughing a bit thinking about tomorrow. But yes, like, I don't know, maybe GC leader wanted to try their legs today to be ready for tomorrow, because of course for them it's going to be an important day. But yes, from my side now I just want to enjoy this jersey, and tomorrow I will do my best.
Congrats, enjoy. Anna, congratulations. You know, when things get serious, when the Giro gets serious, we see Anna van der Breggen on the top of the race. How are you? How it was the race?
Yeah, I'm good. It was a bit like expected. It was a pretty hard climb, but I mean, yeah, for me it was before long days. Like, yeah, the sprint stages were long and quite easy, so it was a long time before we had, yeah, a final like this. And I mean, the climb was good. I took the mountain jersey, but it was not my goal. It was a small accident. I did not think about it at all. So, because I always say the mountain jersey is something nice for riders to develop and to fight for, so I will not try to keep it. But now the climb was good, and the team put me very well in position, and I think it was small but a nice start of the climbs, and tomorrow is an important day with the TT. So.
Yeah, looking at tomorrow, today was like, you know, an important test for the legs, both for you and the other athletes. So how are your legs? Are you prepared for today? What do you think about the TT we're going to face?
Yeah, I think it will be a quite difficult TT, because yeah, I did not do a recon yet, but I know the climb is steep, and also from my teammate Elena Cicchini, she knows the area, and she also said, like, yeah, it's a hard climb, which is, I must say, in a time trial always difficult to pace it well, because you start flat, you finish flat, and then in between, yeah, you don't need to blow up, but to make it a good mountain TT is something special, I would say. So the legs are feeling quite okay today, so that's nice to take with me for tomorrow. But I know it will be a incredible, difficult time trial, but I'm looking forward for it.
If the Maglia Azzurra is not your goal, what could be your goal in the next days, looking also at the performance you did today?
Yeah. Well, it's of course time trial is not so difficult. Everybody's goal is to go as fast as possible. So that's for tomorrow, and then I mean we know more about the general classification, and the day after the time trial is a really hard day. So I think these 2 days are really important for the classification, and I will try my best to make 2 good days.
We'll see. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.